Listen up, America. Since 1975, I've been bleeding green and white. What does that mean? It means we've been through it all. The ups and the downs. For us, no matter what, we're there. And now's the time to take a stand. Look to the coach and the kid against one of our bitter rivals. Cause this is our house, our New York. The brash and the bravado, the sweat and the pain. We're here to do one thing. Win it all. Cause we're not only proud, we are the Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second season of the best Madden cast in all of BillsMafia. I am Jake Jordan, joined by my broadcast colleague, as always, Justice General. Justice, how we feeling going into season 2, baby?
Here we are in the Meadowlands, New Jersey, week 1, Buffalo Bills, New Jersey Jets. We got a primetime, spectacular AFC East divisional showdown for you guys tonight. And two superstar quarterbacks are going to be seeing each other for the first time this season, the first of 2 times this season. And it's going to be one quarterback's first game with this team, and we'll see how they gel together.
Exactly, and of course you saw it flash on the screen already. The same rules as last year apply this year, and we're getting right into it, Justice. I mean, first game of the season against the Jets, man. Like, this couldn't have gone any, I don't know, better for the NFL schedule makers. Like, this is a primetime matchup already, Monday Night Football to start the season.
Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, that has to be primetime football. We still have to see what this Jets team can do, together as a unit. They didn't make the playoffs last year, but bringing in a Hall of Fame quarterback might be able to fix those issues.
Exactly. I mean, we already know about the Jets. They have a absolutely amazing defense, as we're going to see them bring it out here. Now, the one thing about this is that this doesn't have the rule, and I'm not sure has this taken effect yet, Justice? The rule that if you fair catch it, it's automatically to the 25.
Well, in these early Madden, games, we won't have that rule, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is going to be enforced in the NFL this year.
Yeah, I'm super curious too, especially in this game. What is this Bills defense going to look like now? I have to address this right now. This game was recorded before the Leonard Floyd signing, so the Bills will not have Leonard Floyd on this team. But we'll still see if this Bills defense gets after this Jets offense.
First snap, we got a run toss to the left side, and guess who? Matt Milano with the tackle for a loss of 2.
Yeah, and I mean Matt Milano. Here's the thing: we see that the Bills have lost Tremaine Edmonds, but who's going to be that stalwart there at linebacker for the Bills in the future? It's Matt Milano. He's locked in. And, we'll see if the rushing defense with some of the additions that this Bills team has made is able to do a little bit more of what we just saw there.
Yeah, Matt Milano has a lot of pressure. He was the linebacker that got signed, so he has to produce. And Aaron Rodgers, incomplete pass on his first pass as a Jet, and that'll bring us to 3rd and long for the Jets here early.
Yeah, and that's one of those safeties flying around out there. Micah Hyde, him and Jordan Poyer back together again this year. Not a lot of people thought that was going to happen, but, but we're seeing it right now that, the best safety duo in the league is still going at it.
I know, I certainly didn't. Aaron Rodgers, 3rd down, cannot connect on the drive at all. And that's going to be a quick 3-and-out for this Jets offense. Not what you wanted to see from the first drive of your newly acquired Hall of Fame quarterback.
No, especially not. Usually, at least in real life in football, your first drive, your scripted plays, usually that's when you have the most success, unless I mean, maybe since it's week 1, these teams have had so long to prepare for each other that this Bills team just knows what's coming, or it's because it's Madden and the Jets are still programmed like the Jets with Zach Wilson.
Yeah, very true. I think those both could be true. However, Bills played solid defense there. They stopped the
Mm-hmm.
run, and then they were able to play tight coverage for the passes. So it could be very plausible that it was just really good coverage, and he wasn't able to connect with any of his receivers. But now we see Josh Allen come onto the field. He starts the game off under center. And the give is to Cook, who gets a loss of yardage himself, almost identical to the New York first drive, a loss of 2 on the run.
Yeah, and there's Quinnen Williams in there now. Who knows if that man has gotten paid just yet, in the game. But all I'm going to say is that man, that's what he does best. And he, deserves that money, especially, he's one of the only ones left in that draft class that hasn't been paid yet. So we'll see what's going on there. He's a great up the middle nose tackle.
Josh Allen in the gun. He drops back to pass for his first throw of the season. That is completed to his guy, Stephon Diggs, who makes a few moves. And the Bills on second down do what the Jets couldn't do in the entire drive, and that's it. First down.
Look at that footwork. 1 man, 2 man. Those 2 dudes need to come back after the game and pick up their ankles because, man, Stephon Diggs was dancing out there.
And Josh Allen is fired up. Stephon Diggs, after starting the offseason, missing the first day of mandatory camp, and everybody was worried. He comes out and he has a great first catch of the season.
Yeah, and I think what a overreaction that is just with him. He's going to be just fine, I think.
Cook gets his second carry and dragging. Oh, that's not Cook, excuse me. That is Nyheim Hines, and that is a very good showing on his first carry there.
And just goes to show you that this Buffalo offense, it's not really one that we think, oh, they like to pass, they like to pass, they like to pass. They've got some dudes in that running back room now where, they lose Devin Singletary, but, what they gained in a Damian Harris and, and what they gain in giving more reps to James Cook is going to be absolutely stellar if used correctly with this offense this year.
Josh Allen finds his check down, which happened to be the best receiver on the football field. It's a gain of 3, and that'll bring us to 3rd and short. The Bills come out in a slant crooked eye formation. Play action. Josh Allen finds Cook, and he picks up the first down, and that is another first down for Buffalo. They are in New Jersey territory.
Exactly, and just look, you see, he looks down the field, doesn't see anything open, just immediately goes down to his running back, and that's one of those smart situational plays where we'd like to see Josh Allen do a lot more of that, and if he just keeps doing that, you're going to be able to tear up any offense, defense. Jeez.
Very true, and if the play caller could call some simple plays for Josh to be able to dump it off, that'd be awesome too.
Right.
Josh Allen play action, gets it out to his guy Dawson Knox, TE2 for a gain of 6.
TE2 Dawson Knox, or is that what we're going with?
Maybe, I don't know. We don't know yet.
We haven't seen Kincaid on the field yet.
Second down in the slanted eye formation. Josh Allen's under center. The give is to Cook, who fights his way to what was almost a first down, takes it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and inch.
And you'd like to think they're probably just going to hand it off to him again here. This Buffalo Bills offensive line greatly improved, even though I feel like we say that every single year. But right here, you're going to see Damian Harris in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the ball.
The give is to Harris, and he picks up the first down almost with ease and picks up a little bit extra. That is a first down for Buffalo, and they are moving the ball. You talked about those scripted plays, Jake. How does Ken Dorsey's first 14 look to you so far?
They look to see really, really balanced. Like, they're very smart getting them in good positions, and then when they're in those short yardage situations, either getting a nice simple check down to get to the sticks or just running the ball with ease. I mean, I've already hinted at it. The offensive line is greatly improved with a better running back room. That they should definitely be utilizing this more.
And they go outside on that play. Pickup of 1. So not the best production on first down. However, you are inside the red zone. So we'll see what they do here in a second.
Definitely.
Shotgun. Josh Allen. Again, it's the Naeem Hines who breaks it loose and picks up 8 on the play. That is a run that you would not have seen last year, Jake. 2nd and long, and the give is to a running back.
That, and also Naeem Hines being on the field and not immediately being identified as the person who's going to get the ball. As we're going to see the changeup here on defense.
3rd down. Josh Allen.
That's a touchdown.
He finds this guy.
Deontay Hardy.
That is Deontay Hardy. First touchdown as Buffalo Bill. First catch as Buffalo Bill. And the Buffalo Bills are on the board here with a touchdown early.
That was some weird defense by that defender sitting there just watch the ball go right to him. But, that's eerily similar to how the season started last year when we started the Madden cast. Emmanuel Sanders, the first game that we had him, absolutely just was tearing people up.
So take a look at these first 2 drives, Jay.
Yeah.
One quarterback comes out, can't complete a pass. The other one comes out, can't throw an incompletion, and scores on his first drive. How discouraging must that be for the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers?
Well, it really has to be with your play selection, right? Where I really feel like this New York Jets team, they're very, very eager to just want to go out there and throw the ball and just show that, hey, Aaron Rodgers, we got
got a big one! And just like that, the Jets are on the board. They didn't even need Aaron Rodgers to come onto the field. Newly acquired wide receiver Mecole Hardman, formerly of the Kansas City Chiefs, takes it back on his 2nd return of the game. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you kind of needed, that shot, right? You come out and putter out on your first drive. That gives this team a bit of confidence that's going to get them all jacked up. I could see this defense coming out here in Buffalo. It depends. You want to say that the defense is going to come out and immediately just, have that energy, but that energy can be quickly depleted with a nice set of plays to immediately come out.
It does fire up your defense, though. Just like, we scored quickly. Now, if we get a stop here, it's a completely new ball game. And vice versa. It has to be very demoralizing for the Bills here. You go out there on defense and do what you got to do. You go out there on offense and do what you got to do. And then your special teams come and allows a big one. That's definitely got to hurt.
Yeah, and sometimes, man, those special teams, it'll kill you. But, it could be a play like that decides the game, where you look back on it and you're like, man, if we just didn't let them break that one off, that's just going to keep the Jets in the game, where we've seen the Bills are a team that like to get out to a huge lead early so that you basically force your opponent into a corner to where they can only play one type of style. But if they're already making plays on all these different sides of the ball to keep them in the game, it kind of plays into the Jets' hands here.
Naeem Hines cannot replicate Mecole Hardman and get the big one. He gets out to the 20-yard line, and that'll set up shot for Josh Allen in his offense. He drops back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to go down at the 10-yard line. That's a sack. First of the season for the Jets.
Yeah, John Franklin Myers just coming in here, and look, who is that? That's Spencer Brown. That's been a question a lot of Bills fans have had Franklin Myers just gets around him, and right there, Josh Allen doesn't have enough time to run outside the pocket and make some of that Josh Allen magic. But, it's only one play. We'll see what happens. We know the Bills have the opportunity to, break off a absolutely large chunky yardage here off of one play.
Well, the momentum is definitely swinging green right now, but we'll see. And Josh Allen, just like that, gets over half the yards back to what looks to be a new favorite target of his, Deontay Hardy.
That was a pass to Gabriel Davis, and it was actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was
it's fine. It's 13 yards for number 13 on his first catch of the season.
There it is, Josh Allen. Trying to make something happen. Throws on his back foot. A deep one. Holy hello. That was one heck of a decision there. I don't know what he was thinking there.
That almost felt like he's F it, he's down there somewhere type of play,
Yeah.
So that one could have really backfired here on the Bills, as we're going to see Sam Martin punt it away.
I mean, to be fair, the pass went about as far as that punt. Josh Allen has a very strong arm. So Aaron Rodgers will take the field here with best field position he's got. But he's got points on the board, and he didn't even have to do anything. And then his defense comes out and does what they have to do and stops the Bills' offense. How much confidence does that give number 8 going forward into this drive?
It's got to give him some, and you got to know with a new offensive coordinator here, Nathaniel Hackett, he's got a history with Rodgers. So I wouldn't be surprised if, if some things aren't working, Rodgers goes into the huddle and says, hey, let's change some things up.
First run there, and it's a 3-yard gain. So not much doing there on first down there for the Jets and the run game department. We'll see what they do here in a second as they come out in the shotgun formation, and Aaron Rodgers has got time. He's got a man underneath. It takes a hard hit, but he's got a first down, and that's Aaron Rodgers' first completion of the game, and it's to none other than his former Green Bay Packer running mate Lazard.
Yeah, we got the New York Packers here in New Jersey right now. So, but you got to know that when you bring in a guy like Aaron Rodgers, being able to have the opportunity to bring in weapons that he's familiar with is, a must. Like, if you're a general manager and you have a generational talent like an Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you do whatever you got to have the most success possible.
Absolutely. And the give is to his running back here, Breece Hall, I believe that is. That's a 2-yard gain. It is. It's Breece Hall, 3 rushes, 3 yards. So the Bills' run defense looking stout here. How much do you attribute that to new additions like Poona Ford and they don't have, but Poona Ford?
I think that being able to have a Poona Ford or a Daquan Jones in the middle, it showed even last year with the Bills' run defense. Ooh,
and of course, right on cue, they run and do exactly what they said we said they could do.
That seems to be exactly how this works. And Breece Hall too, a guy that last year it was an absolute weapon for the Jets until he got hurt. You gotta assume that maybe this year, who knows what he looks like coming back, but just based off of what we saw last year, if he can come back anywhere close to what he was already doing, then he might be just another force for this Jets team.
Breece Hall was certainly a hot commodity coming out of college. Everybody saw his talent, and it was highly coveted as he was a first-round pick there. He gets another carry, and he gets about halfway there for a first down, a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and newly acquired linebacker Dorian Williams from the draft for the Bills going in there on the tackle, making sure that, hey, you're not getting any more yardage than this play allows.
These coaches absolutely love Williams. Not sure what just happened there. We'll see what the referees say on the flag.
That's a hold.
And we got a holding on the offense. That's going to be Dwayne Brown. And that'll back the Jets up 10 yards. And these are the type of things that played the Jets last year, Jake. These plays putting them behind the chains, and Zach Wilson and Mac White weren't good enough to make up for it. You think Aaron Rodgers will be?
Oh, I think definitely if you've got an Aaron Rodgers, that's going to put you in a much better spot than either of those two quarterbacks last year did. The crazy thing about it is, though, is that, keep shooting themselves in the foot. This Jets offensive line isn't one of the top, you know, talented offensive lines in the league. They've got Elijah Vera Tucker, but around him, they've got dependable older guys, but, they're not going to be an absolute steel wall in front of Rodgers.
And that pass falls incomplete on 4th down. Looked like it could have been caught, but the Jets being at their own 42, or at the Bills 42 rather, midfield, they're going to go ahead and punt this away.
Yeah, and this is where maybe that new rule would come in place where if you fair catch it,
Automatically at the 25.
yeah, automatically at the 25, which I don't know how I feel necessarily about that rule, but what looked like a promising drive for the New York Jets, just one shot in the foot there on that holding penalty, and it completely derailed that drive. So that just goes to show you that both of these teams, you have to limit as many mistakes as possible because both of these defenses are going to get after you.
Absolutely. Josh Allen comes out 5 wide. He's got time. He's got his man. Stephon Diggs. His legs are working today. He's juking and jiving and all over the place today. He's got a few catches. He's got some very nice plays for the Bills today.
He's going to be able to start an ankle store with the amount he's taken on these defenders, bro. Like, this is absolutely crazy. And, I'll be curious to see what he does stat-wise in this game against Sauce Gardner, who already seems to be one of those defensive young aces that the Jets just happen to draft.
Absolutely looking like one of the best young corners in the league, and Josh Allen just misses his target over the middle. Would have been a pretty big gain there, but maybe first error from Josh so far today. Here, early in the second quarter, but he can certainly make up for it.
Yeah, and let's see here. He's gonna already get it.
He's getting blitzed. He's got his man, and he's not gonna go anywhere.
They read that
3 on the play, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're in New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these fans here, you can already see that this defense, I already brought it up, they will get after each other. Both of these units already last year were some of the best in the league, and I don't see them dropping off anytime soon. Both of these defensive head coaches really, really proud of the defenses they put together.
I don't care if you're Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Tom Brady. 3rd and 13 is never easy unless you got Stephon Diggs to rely on. That is a 1st down. Whoa, what a play.
Just look at this, wide open over the middle of the field. Like, how are you just going to let a man – sorry. How are you
going
your
family's watching.
Yeah. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you've got to be absolutely wanting to rip your clipboard in half just knowing that Stephon Diggs was able to find a hole that wide open in the middle of your defense.
Josh Allen feeling it. Josh back to pass. He's going to scramble out of danger and slide down there for a yard gain. Maybe last year he might have tried to jump over that guy or run through him or something, but there he takes the smart route and slides down and protects himself.
Yeah, in real life, I see Josh Allen trying to put that one defender in the dirt.
Yeah, I agree.
Or run him over. But let's see, he's going to throw it. And
great throw from Josh and in UCF's finest, Gabe Davis with the catch.
Exactly. I would really like to see a Sauce Gardner versus Gabe Davis matchup. Just for old time's sakes, for some old American Conference goodness. But, right now, seeing Gabe Davis, he had a problem with some drops last year. A lot of people, writing him off, saying that he's easily replaceable, but he's definitely, I'm sure, working on that problem as we speak, as we've seen for some early videos from minicamp. Wow. What an absolute
Was
dime.
that a catch? My camera glitched, and so I couldn't see it. But I was thinking that's a gorgeous ball from Josh.
Yeah, just
And
right
Dawson
in the bucket.
Knox is on the other end of it. And that is a Bills touchdown right in
Look how
front of the end zone.
effortlessly that is.
Look at that. That's gorgeous. Right there right there in New Jersey, in front of the home crowd, or in front of the Jets home crowd, the Bills take a 14-7 lead.
Just seeing Josh Allen be able to just flick his wrist and the ball travel just 25 even just into like a little floater into a breadbasket. Like that's just some amazing stuff. And both these quarterbacks here today have that ability. And, we're seeing it's still a close game right here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a higher scoring one. Even though both of these defenses are still really good. We know this is an offensive league, and a defense can only hold up for so long.
Absolutely. These are two of the better defenses in the NFL. However, these are also two of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, so we'll see which one prevails. So far, the offense they're doing pretty well. You got 21 combined points here in the first quarter. Time left on the clock. Aaron Rodgers takes his jog out for his third drive of the game.
I don't like the way that Aaron Rodgers' shoulder pads look in this game. It looks like he has
the way
no
Eight
neck.
looks on him.
That is also really weird, But even Aaron Rodgers said, "I'm not taking Joe Namath's number," even though Joe Namath was like, "Please take it."
Yeah, seriously, you're better than Joe Namath, but whatever. Breece Hall on the carry, 1 yard. He has 6 carries for 19 yards. Not having the best game in the world right now.
No, he had that one, kind of big break, but outside of that, it's just been really, really short yardage. The Bills have been right there to stop him the whole time. And just to say, I will not argue with you that Aaron Rodgers is better than Joe Namath. That is no question.
For sure. Not playing like it right now, though. That's a 1 yard completion to what should be his new favorite target, Garrett Wilson. That's his first catch of the game so far.
It is, and but I'll tell you one thing that this game is getting realistically. This is looking like a Nathaniel Hackett offense.
It sure is. Aaron Rodgers drops back the pass. A great catch there from the back. He cannot pick up the first down. What a tackle.
Wow.
Great tackle there by newly acquired Taylor Rapp. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And Tyler Conklin, he's not a small man. Like, he had to take him down. He hits him about 3 yards short of the sticks, and then Tyler Conklin's still able to fall forward, but not far enough. And that's going to be 3 consecutive 3-and-outs for this offense.
If not for a Mecole Hardman touchdown, a kick return for a touchdown, this game looks a little more lopsided here.
Oh, yeah.
Nyheim Hines is going to call for a fair catch right around the 26-yard line. So Josh Allen stepped back out onto the field. He's been playing virtually flawless. He's had 1 bad miss so far today. I don't even know if it was a bad miss. It was just a miss. And he's been on target ever since.
Yeah, and just one weird chuck it down in the middle of the field and hope that somebody's down there. But outside of that, it's right now he's been having this Bills offense has just had a decent day.
And he finds Gabe Davis again. Gabe Davis didn't have the great year like you said last year. However, he has all the skills and tools to be a dynamic wide receiver in this league. What does he need to do to get it going this season, Jake?
The craziest thing about Gabe Davis is, one, the consistency with the hands you need. Like, even though it was a problem across the entire Bills offense last year of drops seemed to be an entire problem. Some of the biggest ones came from Gabe Davis. So I think in the offseason, working on hands, just trying to, kind of change your techniques of how you're catching the ball just so that you can better be prepared when those missiles get launched at you, which right there too, I believe that one also just went to Gabe Davis.
It sure
So
did.
he needs to work on that. And the problem with Gabe Davis is kind of his flexibility in his lower half. So trying to not just be the dude who's going to beat somebody long in a long game or in contested catches, but also work on that route running just a little bit. Try to get your repertoire of routes that you're able to run super efficiently. I think that's what's going to make Gabe Davis take that absolute next step to being that dude in the league.
So after 2 straight Gabe Davis first downs, we get a run from the newly acquired Damian Harris, and that goes for a loss of 1 yard. They've been having a lot of variety here at the running back position. It'd be interesting to see if they do that in real life here. The give is to James Cook out there looking like another number 4 named Cook. That's a big gain and a first down for Buffalo.
Yeah, that chef is cooking out there right now, man. He's going to have quite the year this year, I think. Devin Singletary, this team was confident in moving on and letting this young man step up into this role that, frankly, was something that was never given to a Devin Singletary. So the faith that they have in this man, James Cook, must be immense to let a player like Singletary go.
Josh Allen gets a snap off before the quarter ends. Had a few men open, but wasn't able to connect there. Could have been a big game, but nonetheless, the Bills are at the Jets' 33-yard line heading here into the second quarter. They are driving. They are looking good. And they are threatening to go up by 14 points here, Jake.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the New York Jets, that is not what you want to see, especially, this early in the game. You want to try to keep this close so that you're able to kind of play your game, utilize players like Breece Hall a little bit more as Gabe Davis gets another first down here on this drive. And we can see that the Jets, you don't want to fall down because you want to be able to utilize Breece Hall and some of these offensive weapons, to whereas if you fall down by 14, maybe even 3 scores, you got to start just throwing the ball. You got to get back in the game.
Josh Allen currently 14 of 17 for 174 yards and a touchdown. When you talk about the top players, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, you have to put Josh Allen in that conversation, because at games like this, when he's on, and there's nothing you can do. He's the best player on the planet. There's James Cook gets a no gain on the carry. Jets defense starting up a little bit here as the Bills enter the red zone.
Yeah, and if anybody tries to tell you that Josh Allen isn't one of the premier players in the league, they're probably an AFC East opponent. But one of the craziest things is, I mean, he got selected to be a Madden cover athlete. He is the cover of Madden 24. He is one of the young stars in the league today. So to sit there and say that he's not a good player and he's not one of these guys that deserves to be in that conversation is just asinine.
Speaking of Josh Allen, pulls the play action fake down quickly, finds his best receiver, and gets it down to the 5-yard line. That is spectacular quarterbacking if I've ever seen it, as they come out. And the give is to Damian Harris, who takes it into the end zone. The Bills knocking on the door and kick it down. Touchdown, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, just look at this. He hits the wall, but then kind of just gives him that little push at the end with his legs when he's turned around to back into the end zone. And yeah, right there, the ball crosses the plane. That's a touchdown. Damian Harris. A lot of new additions getting some touchdowns today outside of Dawson Knox. We got Hardy and we have Damian Harris getting their first touchdowns of the season. And something tells me that the way this Buffalo offense is rolling is, they were the number 2 scoring offense last year. I don't see that stopping.
And talking about Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah, looked at him last year, certainly will be soon here to be one of those contestants to get their first touchdown as a new face on this team. But talking about this Bills roster, Jake, going into training camp, it seemed like there was competition at every single position outside of quarterback. If your name wasn't Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, you had competition to worry about. How much do you think that helps the effort to win a championship?
Well, first of all, that's the or iron sharpens iron, whatever the saying is. That is exactly what you're looking for is with these competitions in camp, having all these different wows. He gets driven back here almost to the 20, probably gets to the 23.
Yeah, he
We're
needs
going
to go
to
to the Blue 10.
Yeah. We see all these players get in. This is a team with a mentality of, hey, even though we've got guys that we think are going to be our starters, we're still bringing in dudes. We want the most amount of competition because we think we can always get better. And you just bring these dudes that push these guys to a higher level. I mean, that's what championship teams do. You've got your guys that are set in these positions, but you're still bringing in dudes for competition.
Aaron Rodgers drops back to pass. He's going deep. He's got a man. That's a big game. That's Garrett Wilson, Rookie of the Year in 2022. And he's got a big game there with his Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, and how about the Jets, right? Garrett Wilson, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then on the other side of the ball, you've got Sauce Gardner, Defensive Player of the Year. Aaron Rodgers doing the discount double check after getting his first down as a New York Jet, I think, or maybe the second one. So that's a funny celebration.
Especially when you're down 14. He drops back the pass. He's got plenty of dude. Oh, he throws it away. That
just
might
in time.
Grounded.
I think they're going to say that there honestly is intentional grounding even in Madden.
I don't think it is, so. But that was intentional grounding. Oh wait, no, it is. It is.
Is it? Okay. Well, there's also. Let's see here. You got the line judge, but we no longer have. No, we don't even have a line judge. There's no referees in Madden.
There's no referees on the field.
Crazy.
Second down, Aaron Rodgers finds his man, but that is a very, very minimal gain. It'll be 3rd and long again. This Jets offense is not able to get it going here so far.
No, and you got to think that, you know, at the start of having this brand new offensive coordinator, brand new quarterback, there's going to be some growing pains for this offense. Wow. Great defense there by Trey White.
That was a bad decision.
Yeah. You know, it's 3rd and 9. I just don't see how that decision makes the most sense there. But, you know, again, Aaron Rodgers is a guy who can make those kind of plays, force it into those tight windows, but that one just not panning out there.
The punt is off, and they're going to let it bounce, and it just rolls into the end zone, and Josh Allen stepped back out onto the field. Josh Allen has I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure his QB rating is over a 150 right now. He has been on fire. They haven't been able to stop him. He's missed a few throws, and those are really the only thing that has stopped him so far. If not for those, he'd be perfect. We'll see if he can continue that on this drive as he is in shotgun and drops back for a pass. He's got his man, Stephon Diggs. Can't juke anybody that time, but what he can do is pick up the first down, and Josh Allen is just shy of 200 yards passing here in the first half.
Yeah, Josh Allen already at 200 yards. We're not even at halftime yet. I mean, it's got to be so nice to just have a reliable safety blanket in Stephon Diggs where you can just, on a simple slant route, just check it to him, and dude's still able to take it for a first down. It's got to be nice to have that along with all the other weapons that this man has in this offense. And I'll be curious to see how they utilize a lot more of the new additions as well.
It's the formation. Again, it's the cook. And he gets hit immediately, and that's a game. That's no game.
Yeah, Al Woods wasn't going to let him go. You know, Al Woods also picked up from the Seattle Seahawks, like Puna Ford on the Buffalo Bills, two dudes who helped that Seattle defense absolutely stuff the run. And it seems like both these guys just doing the same thing here in the AFC East.
Josh Allen out of the pocket. He picks up 6 on the scramble. Pretty good run there to move the stick, or I'm sorry, to gain a little bit of yardage, make third down a little bit easier.
And we're going to see Josh Allen, you know, in real life, he welcomes the contact, but, you know, you'd like to see him maybe emulate Madden Josh Allen a little bit more where he takes the slide.
Third down, and he throws it away. Not sure what that was, but that'll bring up fourth down, and the Bills will have to punt it away.
Not sure why the punter is celebrating that he has to run onto the field. One of the punter's job should be to never see the field, which we know Sam
Not a
Martin.
good punt.
Nope. And we know that, you know, Bills punters have had a real history with not seeing the field very often, at least in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they sure haven't. Bills have had a wild history of punters. So yeah,
Yeah.
Sam Martin comes on and just not a very good punt there. He can't put it inside the 20. Kicks it out of bounds. But it sets Aaron Rodgers there up at his own 23-yard line. He drops back to pass. He's got a
Ooh.
throw, misses his man, and he's at 66 of 12 passing so far. That's 50%. Not very good.
Yeah, not very good. And he just let his man a little bit too much there. And, you know, if he had just dropped that right in the bucket, he had a step on about a couple of defenders there where he probably could have picked up some significant yardage.
The give is to the wide receiver,
I think that was McCole Hardman.
Nicole Harmon. Yep. It was technically a pass and picks up 3. The Jets trying to do some trickeration because nothing else has really worked so far.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start pulling some things out of the bag because, you know, everything you've been trying to do is Rodgers. It's taking
Ooh,
forever for something to develop there, but hitting McCole Hardman.
very good catch and run by McCole Hartman there as he picks up the first down and then some extra. Aaron Rodgers has had plenty of time to throw so far today. And of course, that's got to be because of the absence of all pro future Hall of Famer, Von Miller.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like we brought up before to anybody who is watching this is that Leonard Floyd is not in this simulation of this game. It was recorded prior to Leonard Floyd actually signing with the Buffalo Bills. So your starting defensive tackles are Shaq Lawson and Gregory Rousseau.
Brees Hall almost broke one there, but veteran defensive tackle Jordan Phillips was able to grab hold of him and stop him for a gain of 3. That was a big hole there. He looked like he was about to run free right through it. Aaron Rodgers comes out, sets up shot under center. The give is to Brees Hall again, who looked like he had another hole, and the Bills close it up quickly. He
Yeah,
gets a
but
gain of 4, and that'll leave up 3rd and short.
Yeah, Dorian Williams shooting in there and stopping Brees Hall from actually being able to go anywhere. And then Trey White comes in and cleans it up there. That was good recognition from the rookie linebacker there.
3rd and short inside of Bills territory. They get a blitz and they pick up the first down. And the Jets are moving right now. They're putting together a decent drive so far.
Yeah, they are. And what they're doing is they're trying to run the ball efficiently and they're taking short passes and being a little bit more creative instead of, you know, going for those giant big hits, even though it looked like a wide receiver was opening up down the field there. Aaron Rodgers had to get that ball out quick.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Aaron Rodgers is in the gun. He's got time. He misses his man again. Aaron Rodgers not having a very good showing here in his first home game.
No, in a very crowded middle of the field there, to where Rodgers, throwing it in that. Again, we've seen Aaron Rodgers easily can fit balls in tight windows, but sometimes when it's that crowded there, maybe that's not the smartest play.
Brees Hall, they are definitely trying to keep him involved, but he just can't get anything going today.
Yeah, the Bills seem prepared and kind of knew that Brees Hall was going to be a weapon that they were going to try to utilize a lot, and it seems to be paying off for them, just trying to keep him down into those 1 to 3 yards of per rush.
3rd and 7.
Oh, it's
and
picked
Aaron
off.
Rodgers is picked off. Oh, that boy is fast.
Who is that?
Is that Saran Neal?
Trevin Howard.
Trevin Howard with the pick 6. Newly acquired fresh face for the Bills this season. Wasn't expecting to make it past training camp. Not only does he make the team, but he also comes away with a huge play here in the season opener.
Yeah, and you can see Sean McDermott happy that he found Trevin Howard just sitting out there. And now he comes in and gets a pick 6 on arguably a bona fide Hall of Famer. And now you're going to see that, up 20 points, probably about to go up, 21 pending this kick. The Jets are almost pigeonholed now. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to start slinging this ball more.
And tight end did not look very happy with Rodgers there. Letting his frustrations be known there to Aaron Rodgers. And I think everybody in this building wearing green are feeling the same frustration here. This is just not what you expected of your team. You thought you guys were Super Bowl contenders this year. You had been playing well last year. You looked promising, young talent. You bring in a Hall of Famer, and 1 + 1 must equal 2, right? So not looking very good here so far in his first half.
Yeah, and it's week 1. This team, they can have some growing pains. They're still a young team. Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be that leader. The teams, and the fans might have super high expectations, but every team wants to go in and win the Super Bowl every year. It looks like Shaq Lawson is going to have to be helped off the field here on defense. And the worst part is this is on Monday Night Football. So if you're a fan of the Jets, you haven't had a Monday Night Football game since 2012. So to have this kind of showing, you're probably pretty upset, and rightfully so, at the way your team's playing right now.
You can't even turn it to other football.
Ooh,
almost dangerous pass there. Aaron Rodgers almost had another interception. Things are just looking bad here for this Jets offense. They haven't put a single point on the board. They barely moved the ball. I don't think they've been inside the Bills' red zone so far. Not having a very good game so far. Aaron Rodgers got his trips right. He is facing a little bit of pressure. He throws it, and the man just dropped it. That's his running back, Brees Hall. Just can't connect on the play. Just bad hands there.
Yeah, and I mean, Dorian Williams was right on top of him, but right there, I mean, he got hit right in the numbers. You got to catch that one. Brees Hall's probably kicking himself right now.
5 wide and Bill's blitz. He's got his man over the middle. That's going to be a completion. Aaron Rodgers, 10 of 20, Tyler Conklin with his second catch of the game, and that's a New Jersey first down.
Yeah, and we all kind of know what needs to happen, right? Aaron Rodgers needs to go, hit a little bit of ayahuasca at halftime, maybe go on a 30-minute darkness retreat, and then he's going to come out and he's going to do really, really good in the second half.
That's a run to Brees Hall here on first down. That's a gain of 6. They've really been using the second-year man very, very often. He's the bell cow for sure. Do you think he'll be able to live up to the expectations that they placed on him in New York?
I think so. Not if he doesn't. If he keeps missing the giant hole that was there, if he just went to the outside a little bit more. But the expectations that are on you, look, if you're going to be that guy in New York, look, we see the expectations that get put on all of these backs around the league, especially if you're a really run-centric offense, which we don't know exactly what the Jets are going to be this year, whether they're going to go more into the past or if they're going to utilize Brees Hall, which last year through the first 4 games of the season looked like he was going to be that dude who could be an absolute game changer.
They've got the screen, and what a play! Trevin Howard sniffs out the screen, and shoelace tackled Brees Hall for a gain of 1 when he had plenty of space to go.
Yeah, he did. And I mean, Tremaine, who we don't, it doesn't look like the Bills have missed a beat. It really killed me to say that. But Traven Howard out here absolutely balling out, which is probably the most unrealistic thing that's going on in this game right now.
I actually, back in
Good point.
Back in June,
Mm-hmm.
when the Bills were in training camp and stuff, I actually predicted that Trevor Howard wouldn't make the roster. So it's very possible that, maybe him and Dorian Williams work together in tandem and can be a, mixed linebacker that's decent enough to replace Tremaine Edmonds or something. I mean, they're certainly working well here together right now in this Madden cast. 1st and 10 here for the Buffalo Bills. They're at their own 3-yard line. This is the worst field position they've had to start the game so far. They go on the I formation. They give this to the back. He's got a hole up the middle, and it closed up fairly quickly, but he still is able to keep it again.
Yeah, and I mean the Jets really, really fast to try to close in on that one. If not, Damian Harris probably had a hole to just go all the way. So, we see the Bills, it's your 3-yard line running the ball. That's kind of what, is standard football, kind of, and a pass to Gabe Davis gets the first down. Kind of the standard football. You're like, okay, we're pinned deep. Let's hand the ball off and try to give us some space so we can throw the ball. And that's what they did. So there you go, Ken Dorsey.
Strong hands there by UCF graduate Gabe Davis there. It looks like it could have been intercepted. He was able to fend the ball off away from the defensive back, catch the ball, and get the first down. 1st and 10 here for Josh Allen. Inside of his own 20.
Oh, it's picked off.
He missed Stephon Diggs. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication there, but the Jets are going to have their best field position by far, starting at the Bills 17.
Yeah, it looks like Stephon Diggs stopped, and Josh Allen, just by the time he threw the ball, he looks and he sees that Allen is stopped, and right there you see Zach Wilson, I guess, giving Aaron Rodgers some advice, saying that, hey, man, there's moms in the end zone, so make sure you punch this one in. I can't wait to see that. And honestly, I really hope to see that in real life this year. I would love to see Zach Wilson giving Aaron Rodgers, with the headset on and the clipboard.
Brees Hall gets the carry here. Had to pick up a gain of 4 on the play. So more consistent running here. And I guess you really have to because they haven't been able to make anything happen through the air. But at a certain point, you're down by 21 points. You got to get the ball moving.
Yeah, exactly. And right here, they're in prime position to where running the ball here can be in favor of them. Or maybe some of these short throws, like right here, he's going to be about 3 yards short.
He's down at the 1.
Is he at the 1?
Yeah. I don't see how, but yeah, he's at the 1.
He got tackled at the 3 and then fell backwards, but okay.
So we'll see if the the Jets can capitalize.
The New York Packers.
They can capitalize here on the turnover as they come out in the heavy formation. Conklin is in motion. The give is to Hall, and
And he's
that's a
in.
touchdown for New Jersey. First touchdown of the season for the Jets offense, and Brees Hall by extension. And I guess the game is a little closer now. The Bills 28, the Packers right now 13, the Jets 13.
Yep. So we'll see here. Again, this is kind of what you want. You want to get the game a little bit closer as you're going into halftime. And look, there's still plenty of time left on the board, 3.5 minutes. So the Jets defense, if they could possibly get a stop here, maybe they can score again going into the half to where we're in a much closer game.
If the Jets are able to put points on the board, even if it's just a field goal, here before I do agree this is a much different game. But you have to stop that man first, number 17, who admittedly did, come off of making a mistake, but he's got a short memory, and he's a very, very good quarterback. So we'll see if he's able to shake back and get some points on the board here before we head into halftime. Do you think this offense will be able to bounce back from that here in enough time to get some points on the board?
I think so, and you already brought it up, right? Is that Josh Allen has a short memory, and what that means is it doesn't affect him. He doesn't let it really affect him when he throws a turnover. Now, that's something that, as we're going to see Nyheim Hines bring it out to the 21-yard line, in a quarterback, that's something you want. A lot of these quarterbacks, you see, they throw an interception, and immediately they kind of curl up into a shell. They don't really, continue to go out there and take risk and, possibly make those giant plays. Whereas, Josh Allen, he doesn't let it bother him like that. And that's what the greats do.
And he's certainly looking like one at this current junction in time. He drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Throws it across his body. Looked like Stephon Diggs had to play more defense than offense there.
Yeah, it does. And John Franklin Myers seems to be hurt. So we're going to, get a short injury timeout for that. They're probably just going to have, I would assume, Jermaine Johnson come in to replace him. So let's see.
Josh Allen drops back to pass again. He's got his man. That's Stephon Diggs, and that's a catch. That's also a first down. Stephon Diggs is having a phenomenal week one.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, look, 7 receptions, 109 yards. Look, he's got Sauce Gardner on him the whole game. But do you see how Josh Allen is not afraid of the reigning defensive rookie of the year? He will go to his guy no matter what. And that's what makes them one of the best duos in the NFL today.
They're certainly performing like it. Sauce Gardner was known to lock up some really good wide receivers last year. And he's definitely getting a welcome to the NFL treatment right now. A dangerous throw there to Gabe Davis. And Josh Allen started off the game really, really well. Been struggling as of lately.
Yeah, you're not going to, be 100% on all of your throws. But some like that, man, it's just, little tiny things where, he puts a little bit too much on it and his wide receiver can't get there. James Cook is just going to run up the field for, what is that? That's 7 yards?
Sure is. 7 yards there on the carry. Josh Allen's in the gun, 3rd and short. Close to midfield here. He drops back to pass. He got a 4-man rush, and he finds his man over the middle. It's Nyheim Hines. He's going to push forward into Jets territory, and that's going to be a Buffalo first down.
And here's the stat right here. In this game already, the Buffalo Bills have had 26 passing plays and 15 rushing plays. That's probably about on par with what they normally do. Maybe it's even a little bit more. They're leaning a little bit more into the run, maybe feeling a little bit more confident in this running back room.
2-minute warning here as the first half is drawing to a close. The Buffalo Bills 28, the New Jersey Jets 14. Josh Allen has the ball at the Jets 49-yard line. He throws it underneath to Dawson Knox, and that is a 8-yard gain there. 3 catches, 34 yards for Dawson Knox on the game so far. We haven't seen Dalton Kincaid, who we thought was going to be sort of like a big slot here for this offense.
Yeah, I mean, he is on the field right now, I believe. Oh, there's Gabe
Davis breaks free, takes it down to the Jets red zone, and that's a first down for Buffalo. And just like that, this Bills offense is moving again.
See, there's
What a route.
Kincaid going across the field, number 86. So he's out there. He just hasn't really been targeted yet. But
what a route by 13.
Yeah, it was. He was. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Gabe Davis, again, like we've said, it's just, he can be that guy. He's just a little bit raw. Oh.
Almost completed there in the back of the end zone. Looked very similar to the touchdown pass he threw earlier to Dalton Knox in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, just put a little bit too much on there. And just a programming note for everybody. We're no longer doing the post and pregame shows or halftime. So immediately you're going to get all the Madden action going from the second quarter immediately right to the third quarter. And we're not stopping. We're going to get you to the end of this game, the Madden cast. We want you guys to pop in and get exactly what you came for, which is the best Madden cast in Bills Mafia.
Absolutely. And, the game is the thrill. And we want you guys to get as much of the thrill as possible, especially in a great game like this where the Bills are knocking on the doorstep again. Not only that, but pretty good clock management here for 17. As soon as I say that, he gets sacked.
We're not allowed to talk about it.
Seriously,
it's the announcer's curse.
Yeah. And the Bills will have to take a timeout here. That'll bring up second and goal.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Jets right here, let's just put you back in the same hole that you were in before your offense got its first touchdown of the night. So you really need to try to make a stand right here.
Josh Allen drops back. He got him, man. That's a touchdown.
Deontay Hardy
again. Big touchdown there for the newly acquired Deontay Hardy. He is certainly becoming a very dangerous red zone threat.
Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, he's got the speed to wherever he can get away from defenders really, really easily. Josh Allen seemed to just know that with a really, really high catch percentage and a dude with sure hands throwing a rocket at him while he's breaking in his route, he's going to catch it.
And he has caught all of them so far. Josh Allen on that drive, 6 of 10, 75 yards, and a touchdown. We aren't even to halftime yet, Jake, and the Buffalo Bills offense has put up 35 points on the board here in New Jersey, not really showing any mercy to the division rival.
Not really. I mean, and isn't this something, if you're the Buffalo Bills, this is what you want to do. All offseason, the Jets have been the winners of the offseason. They go and get Aaron Rodgers. The entire media wants to talk them up and maybe say that you guys aren't going to necessarily be that team. You're going to take a step back. You get them night one, prime time, in their house. This is the kind of statement you want to make if you're a team like the Buffalo Bills, to say, hey, you got some nice new shiny toys, but we're still the parents around here. You don't get to play with your toys right now.
Now, I must say, the Jets did have a phenomenal offseason. They picked up a lot of good pieces. They drafted extremely well, and they are looking like they can be a really good team. However, the Buffalo Bills have been one of the best teams in the league for almost a half decade now, and there's levels. 40 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers misses his man. Clean pocket, wide open receiver. Aaron just missed him.
Yeah, just slightly over 50% here throwing for Aaron Rodgers. Not really being what we would call efficient at the quarterback position right now. He's having a tough day here, and throwing slightly over 50% is not going to win you a game against the Buffalo Bills.
He completes that one, and that's a gain of 7 here. Takes off 7 seconds off the clock between these last two plays. And third down, the Jets call a timeout there, interestingly enough. We'll see if they can convert here on third down.
I mean, it makes sense for them to call the timeout. They're trying to get into field goal range, so they need as much time as possible.
Yeah, but if they don't complete this pass here, which they do, and they're going to have to use another timeout, however. They're at their own 37-yard line. They need roughly 30 yards in order to get into field goal range.
So
One timeout left.
Yeah, so what they need to do here is play the sidelines. You really want to just make sure that your guys are getting the ball and they're going to immediately be able to step out of bounds. Or if not, if there's nothing there, you got to throw that ball away so that clock stops.
Brees Hall goes out into motion. Dorian Williams follows him. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to throw it to that sideline, and he just misses his man. That's an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and his man wasn't really open either, so maybe he was just throwing it away, but trying to make it be in the area of a receiver.
Very well could be a possibility. 2nd and 10, Aaron Rodgers. He's got a man underneath.
Gonna have to
brings it out to the 48-yard line. They're gonna have to burn the last time out. 17 seconds left on the clock. Now you're a little closer. Mm-hmm. You need roughly 15 to 20 yards in order to get into field goal range here for your kicker. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best ever at making these clutch plays here, but he hasn't been playing well today.
Yeah, let's see what he can do here.
And that's going to end the half there.
Yeah.
Looks like. Yeah, we're going to go to the end of the half with that.
And then, boop, right into the third quarter because we're not doing halftime. Wow, look at that.
Nyheim Hines. Oh, the Jets. They must have got a really, really long talking to in that locker room because they come out and they make a really, really good special teams play. Stephon Diggs has been on fire today, Jake.
Absolutely.
7 receptions, 109 yards. He has taken at least 12 ankles. He's been on the move.
Yeah, he's got a dozen right now. One more gets the baker's dozen, and right now we know Chef Stephon is definitely wanting to get as many of those as possible. Get everybody's ankles.
And Quentin Williams will have none of it as Nyheim Hines is on the carry, and he goes nowhere. Actually, he goes backwards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So a very, very electric start for the Jets here with very good special teams play and now a very good defensive play here on 1st down.
Yeah, kind of reminiscent of the plays that they made at the beginning of the first half where Quentin Williams goes and stuffs James Cook for about 2 yards. So we'll kind of see what happens here if the Jets have really learned anything or if Josh Allen's going to take it and
right into a defender.
3-11. Now here for anybody
just run right into him.
Yeah, for anybody who probably doesn't play Madden or is very familiar with Madden, that if you're up big and nobody's controlling anything in this game, if a computer's up big, there's a big chance that the swing is coming where the losing team is going to start mounting the comeback. So
and that could start right now here as 3rd and 11. Pass falls incomplete. And that's going to be a really, really quick 3-and-out here for the Buffalo Bills. And Sam Martin will come on for hopefully a better punt than when you put it on his first effort.
Yeah, 2nd punt of the game. I mean, that just tells you the kind of state that we're in right now. That is a good punt and a good special teams play there.
Very good, very good. Jets will start at their own 35-yard line. which isn't bad field position, but when you consider the Bills were backed up
And
to their own
look at
5.
those fans, Justice, in their blurry glory. The cameraman needed to, adjust the focus there a little bit.
Couldn't get it done. Aaron Rodgers will take the field again here for the first time in a half. We've seen Brees Hall be a bell cow here, and he gets to carry again, and he runs up the middle. Explosive run, but only gets a gain of 5.
Dorian Williams, again, it always seems like when we see a giant hole for Brees Hall to run through, Dorian Williams just shoots right in and is able to stop him and take him out at the legs. And, that's kind of what you want from him, is you want somebody who can really recognize those run plays and be able to help you in your run defense.
Dangerous pass over the middle there from Rodgers. That's going to fall incomplete, but could have been intercepted. And this Bills defense, this specifically the secondary, Jake, has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and it shouldn't surprise us at all, as they've been one of the best secondaries for almost the last 5 years now in the league. It's, if there's one thing this Bills team does, is they know how to coach up a secondary. Is we get another 3 and out.
So the Jets, the offense at least, didn't get the memo at halftime, and they look like they're going to be forced to punt here, and that'll bring the Bills right back onto the field. 4th and 2, your own 43-yard line, down by 21 points. Jake, would you go for it?
At this point, no, even though you've already seen that your defense was able to come out and get a stop. So you're really going to want to play the game of, right now, if they flip the field right there, you're putting Josh Allen in one of the best offenses in really, really good field position. Whereas right now you just flip them to the 14. So it's like a game of chess.
Absolutely, it's like a game of chess. However, you have lost your queen, you've lost your rook, and your knight so far. So,
but there's still a chance. There's still a chance.
All right, Josh Allen will start his drive from his own 14-yard line. He drops back to pass. We got a screen.
A screen!
Naeem Himes. That's a pickup of 7 on the screenplay. Way more than we saw last year, Jake.
Oof! At this point, we're getting a successful screen in the first game, Justice. It's a new year, man. It's different. This is a totally different Bills team.
This is uncharted territory for us, as every screenplay was super terrible in the previous game. James Cook runs up the middle. Looks like he had a hole, but was immediately stopped short of the first down marker. Great play there by the Jets defensive line.
Yeah, and we're going to see here too, and correct me if I'm wrong, Justice, wasn't there a screenplay for a touchdown last season? We had one screenplay that actually went for a touchdown. No!
Josh Allen fumbles. CJ Mosley picks it up. He can't get past Deion Dawkins, but the Jets start off at the 13-yard line after the turnover from Josh Allen, trying to make something happen, trying to break tackles.
Now,
loses control of the ball.
Notice, everybody, how in the first half, Josh Allen slid every single time.
Right.
And now he doesn't slide. And then we're getting these fumbles. Here's the swing, the Madden swing in full effect. I'm so happy we get to call this game, because that means it's going to be even more interesting.
It absolutely will, as we see here. And to your point, the screenplay last year that was scored was Reggie Gilliam against the Titans.
Beautiful.
The Jets come out in the I formation. Brees Hall averaging 3 yards a carry. Not going to get that on this play. He gets 1 yard. He has 16 carries for 47 yards.
Yeah.
And he does have a touchdown, but ultimately, this has got to be a disappointing day if you're number 20.
Yeah, not a lot of those, again, just being little tiny 2-3 yard pickups there, and then you get the touchdown. I mean, scoring a touchdown is going to look good on any stat sheet, but we're going to see what he does right here as he just gets taken down again as Gregory Rousseau comes off the edge.
loses a yard there. And at a certain point, you got to start throwing the ball, don't you think?
You'd think so, but again, this is Nathaniel Hackett play calling at its finest. So
Starting at their own 13-yard line in this drive because they were gifted amazing field position by their defense. They are currently at the 13-yard line, and they will stay at the 13-yard line as the pass falls incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down, and Greg Zerline will have to come on. That is a drive that you cannot be okay with if you're a part of the New York fan base.
no, if you're going to be gifted a fumble in this kind of territory, run the ball 3 times, then go for a throw and be incomplete and only walk away with 3, while you still came away with some points, you needed 7 right there. No question.
You absolutely needed 7 there. 3 really does nothing for you at this point. It'd be interesting to see what the narrative on these Jets are after this game. Robert Saleh making some pretty interesting decisions here. The Jets' offense being just putrid so far, and the defense maybe being even worse. It's just not a good showing here for the green and white as the kick is off. Ryan Hines will return this one. The Jets special teams has been absolutely phenomenal today.
Yeah, it has been. And, we're going to see right now exactly what the Buffalo Bills are going to do as they get their next drive and, see if it's going to be, maybe a repeat of what we first saw, or are they going to come out and be successful?
We will see there. There's Josh Allen. Comes out in the pistol formation. Play action fake. He's got time over the middle, and he's got his man, Deontay Hardy. Reminiscent of Roscoe Parrish there with that number 11. He looks every bit of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big gain there.
Yeah, big one there for number 11. And he's been having himself just a game here. He's got 2 touchdowns on the day already. Like, you got to say they brought him in, and to say he's a replacement for Isaiah McKenzie is not entirely the point, but he is definitely every bit of what they needed in the speed and in the reliability with his hands.
And he's certainly playing that way so far. 2 tight ends set here for Josh, and James Cook has got a hole. He makes the man miss. But going backwards, he gets caught from behind, and pretty good run there from the second-year man out of Georgia.
Still does. We're going to see, I already know, we're going to see at some point this year that James Cook is going to just take one to the house. He's going to find one.
He finds his man, Stephon Diggs. Can't take any ankles. They need 2 men to bring him down. That's a first down for 14.
And just very efficient offense here from the Bills. They come out and they're just, again, utilizing the run and the pass. They're using the run to set up the pass. They're just doing everything that you need to do, whether it's, when it's switching it up with your game plan. So in the first half, you're kind of passing the ball, getting into those short yardage situations and handing it off. Now here, you're handing the ball off and just trying to, as Stephon Diggs, again, just a tight window throw there by Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs just absolutely lighting this Jets secondary up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Allen has 100 yards for every quarter we've played so far, and we're not done with the current quarter we're in. So he is absolutely on the tear right now. This is MVP performance outside of maybe the one throw. Josh Allen's playing phenomenally right now. 1st and 10, shotgun formation for 17. And just back to pass. He's getting out of there, and he finds his man. Great dump off there to Gabe Davis, who's also had a really good game today. Josh Allen able to get the ball off just before the pressure gets to him.
Yeah, he has, and Josh Allen taking a shot after the play, a little slow to get up there, but, overall, still a very successful play. Gabe Davis, 100 yards on the day. 2 receivers over 100 yards, and we're only halfway through the third quarter.
5 wide now for 17. 2nd and 3. He is getting rushed. He gets the first down as he is tackled forward to the 23-yard line. And he almost thought another fumble was coming there.
Yeah, that, and, he kind of has that escapability. He's playing a little bit more like actual Josh Allen now, where, makes a man miss, get outside the pocket, invite that contact. So,
right. And dangerous throw there. Thank goodness it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, 2 defenders right there waiting for that one. So good that it wasn't catched, or also just, batted down maybe by the receiver who knew that wasn't going to be a very successful play.
Josh has plenty of time. He finds his outlet there. That's Nyheim Hines, who's had sure hands so far in this game. That's a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, and you can see here, too, what they're using their running backs. Their running backs are not only confined to getting the ball handed off to them. They will put them out wide, and they will send them on routes. As right there, Nyheim Hines already has 5 receptions on the day.
Josh Allen!
Why would he do that?
Through the back of the end zone there. Looked like he had some space to run there. Decided to throw it away and let Tyler Bass come on and try his luck.
You got to let the kicker get some stats up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This to go back up by 21.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass, money, Bass-o-matic. Ty Bass, the kick is good. A very underrated kicker here in the AFC, Jake. Tyler Bass has a very, very strong leg, and he's fairly accurate. He also has the kick here in Orchard Park where the winds are swirling on a good day.
Yeah, Tyler Bass signed that extension to where, he's going to see that new stadium and hopefully get some better kicking conditions, or maybe even worse. Who knows?
Oh, hopefully not worse.
I don't know. When we've seen the renderings of it, I wonder how the wind is going to play in that stadium with the overhangs.
Yeah,
there might be little wind tornadoes that pop up in there.
Yes, it's basically what happened in Buffalo.
Yeah,
or Orchard Park right now. So fair catch there for the Jets. They're going to start at their own 25-yard line. This offense has been terrible so far, to be quite frank with you, Jake.
Yeah.
Does this have to be demoralizing for the team? Do you still think you could be a championship contender? Oh, and that's almost picked off by the veteran Jordan Poyer. Does this lead you to believe you still could be a contender, or that you just weren't ready and you ran into a juggernaut of a Bills team?
I think if there is a worse team that you could be put up against with a new offensive coordinator, even though he's not new to the NFL, still new in this New York Jets system with these players, with a new quarterback, implementing all of these new concepts in for some of these younger players, there's probably better teams that you want to, be against, like maybe a Cleveland, or someone where it's going to be a little bit easier for you. Not a championship contender in the Buffalo Bills.
Aaron Rodgers is escaping, and he's going to go down. He's going to give himself up after a gain of 2, and they're going to allow the punter to come back onto the field, and Aaron Rodgers does not look happy.
Yeah, I mean, you can already see part of the stadium looks like people are already just trying to beat the traffic. I don't know why. It's still only a 21-point game, but I think people, for some reason, halfway through the third quarter, seem to think the writing is on the wall already.
Yeah, well, when your team is not scored, their offense has only scored 10 points through 3 quarters, and they look putrid on a lot of those drives. I can certainly see where they're coming from there, especially when you were expecting such, great things here from a Hall of Fame quarterback, I get it. I understand. I'd be disappointed too.
Very disappointing.
Josh Allen in the gun. He is going deep.
Ooh.
Oh, Stephon Diggs versus Sauce Gardner. And Sauce Gardner technically wins the rep as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and it's kind of just we've seen Josh Allen do that a couple of times with Stephon Diggs. Just I'll test Sauce Gardner, see if he can get that jump ball over him, and Sauce Gardner's done pretty well.
Terrible blocking there by the I'm sorry. Dawson Knox, excuse me. Terrible blocking there by Dawson Knox. Doesn't allow Cook to get more than 2 yards on the gain.
Some dumb blocking there by Dawson Knox.
Yeah, that was bad. Josh Allen drops back to pass.
Where was that one
man? Bad miss there by Josh, throwing it to the check down, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The fix is in. Both of these offenses stink.
Not a very good showing.
Nope, not as of right now in the second half. But hey, it's only the third quarter.
We've got ourselves a return. He's going to take it out to the 31-yard line, and Aaron Rodgers, who looked extremely disappointed in the last drive. We see if they can come out and get something going. Jake, what do they have to do to put points on the board versus this stout Bills defense?
I feel like they're trying to make things go and actually work down the field, but every single time you see that Aaron Rodgers gets any amount of time from his offensive line, nothing can develop down the field because the Bills are just so good in that secondary that they're able to match up pretty well with whatever you throw at them.
And you see that here is he has nowhere to go. He had to throw it away. The Bills secondary is just absolutely smothering so far. 8 cannot do anything with the ball.
I mean, that's what happens when you've got two of the best safeties in the league. You've got a Pro Bowl cornerback in Tre'Davious White, and then on the other end, you've got Kaiir Elam, who had flashes, and Christian Benford, and then you've got in the slot Taron Johnson. And then you got Dwayne Brown committing his second holding penalty of the game.
If you're the Bills defense, do you take that penalty or do you decline it?
I mean, the way that they're playing right now, if they have to take that and you're just playing the way that you just keep on playing, that just might set you up with better field position if you can knock them back. So yeah. I say you take it.
Okay, fair enough. Ends up being the right decision anyway as we come up on 3rd and 13 here.
Why does Aaron Rodgers' helmet look like a bowling ball with holes in it like that? I don't think I've ever seen. Does his helmet in real life have that as these AJ
Epinesa with the sack? The 5th-year man out of Iowa, who some thought wouldn't make the roster this year. He gets the first sack of the year for Buffalo.
Yeah, and there you go. I really want to see, why is he holding another helmet? Why was Quinnen Williams holding another helmet with a helmet still on his head?
He looks upset.
I mean, look, doesn't that look like a bowling ball? Yeah, what in the world?
It does.
I've never seen that. I'll have to look up and see if he actually wears that helmet in real life.
Nyheim Hines will return this one, but he won't go very far. He gets it up to the 45-yard line, and Josh Allen will come back out onto the field.
Yeah, and starting in midfield, too.
Hasn't had the best, second half in the world, but, I mean, his team is up big. He's not really expected to do very much, so it kind of looks like they're going to win this one regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you can afford to, when you're up this big, to maybe take a step back in performance because, one, you're playing against a really good defense that's going to make adjustments, that's going to be able to maybe stifle what you were able to do in the first half. But also, the other side, their offense isn't doing anything. So you can afford to, at least what you did in the first half is paying dividends here in the second half.
It'd be very interesting to see what the game plan is here as they start off with a run, and looks like second down could be another run as well. I'm wrong. They throw it, and it's complete. None other than Gabe Davis. He gets another catch out there. He's had a great game. Deontay Hardy, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, all having almost career games so far today. What do you attribute that to? Was Ken Dorsey finally figured it out?
I think that with the amount of weapons that they have to utilize, it would almost be hard to mess up creating plays for them. Like, you don't really need to scheme them open, as they have skill sets that are able to get them open by themselves.
And James Cook was open on that play. His momentum led him out of bounds. However, he picks up a gain of 3. Now it brings up 2nd and 7. Connor McGovern starting on the Bills offensive line for the first time this year. And Josh Allen has been under center more than he ever has been. And James Cook is breaking tackles, takes it down to the Jets' 25-yard line, and he's at 50 yards. 12 carries, 51 yards. That's 4 yards to carry.
Yeah, and he led most backs. What was it, 5.1, 5.2 yards last season?
5.7 last year.
5.7, even more. So, it's crazy to think, especially in this position. You're the Bills, right? So just keep handing that ball off to James Cook right here, because you're up and you can just take as much time as you want.
Play action fake. Josh Allen's going deep, and he misses his man.
Sails it.
But
it just done that to throw that away too, as there was a defender right there kind of in front to kind of cover the guy streaking across the back. So I don't know, maybe a smart throwaway there, or he sailed it. I don't know.
5 wide, Josh Allen. He's going back to his man again. That's Gabe Davis. And I really can't say much more than that. I mean, he is certainly proving himself to anyone who thought he couldn't be a number 2 receiver or never would be. He certainly looks like it right now here in week 1.
I'm just happy that Gabe Davis finally has a face scan in Madden. It feels so good to actually have him look like Gabe Davis.
128 yards for the third-year man out of UCF. Pistol formation, and the give is to Cook, who had an open hole, wasn't able to get to it quick enough, and taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, and I mean, this Jets defense too, you can tell they're getting a little tired. They're about to hit the fourth quarter here, and the Bills know what they're doing by just doing these short throws and then immediately going up and then handing the ball off. And there we go.
That's a touchdown. James Cook with his first touchdown of the season, and that puts the Bills up 45-17. The Jets just barely touched them on that run.
Yeah, just great blocking by the offensive line.
And the Bills just piling on at this point, making a really, really big statement for the rest of the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, this is a statement game, right? Not only is it a division opponent that you have to see twice a year, it is a team that throughout the entire offseason has been the team that everybody is saying is the dark horse. They've got Aaron Rodgers now. They are Super Bowl contenders. So to be able to come here on prime time and put up this kind of performance against them is just another reason why Buffalo has proven, like they have time and time and again, that they are part of the class of the AFC.
They absolutely have proven it time and time again, and they have continued to prove it tonight. Mecole Hardman
almost did it again.
That was dangerous. That's a dangerous man right there. Is this
Go ahead.
so far, looking at this, I know it's premature, anything can happen, the Jets could very well win this game. Is this so far more of a Bills win or a Jets loss?
I really don't feel so. You cannot put this on. I would say it's probably more the Buffalo Bills being themselves and the Jets not being what people expected them to be. That's kind of what it is. So it's a Jets loss, I would say, but you could also go and say that it is a Buffalo Bills win because they are absolutely stifling what was supposed to be an amazing offense, which has an offensive coordinator that coordinated Aaron Rodgers to 2 MVPs, and he's arguably got more weapons. So I feel like it is a combination of both. It's the Jets being underwhelming and the Buffalo Bills being that team we knew they were.
Aaron Rodgers drops back. He's facing some pressure and very dangerous throw there. It was almost picked off. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 here. Is this 4 down territory?
I mean, at this point in the game, you know you've got a whole other quarter, but with how much you're down, yeah, you should probably be going 4 down territory, at least when it makes the most sense for you. So right here at the 40, do you want to give this team that has been whooping you offensively good field position again? I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, we're going to find out right here.
As we're going to see a punt here, and it's going to go to Nyheim Hines. And the Bills, Gabe Davis, you can already see it today, 10 receptions, and he's already over $1. Absolutely killing it today. Not the only wide receiver that's killing it either. We're going to see that Stephon Diggs also has over 100, and then Dawson Knox has a touchdown. Deontay Hardy has 2 touchdowns. Absolutely killing it, this Bills offense today.
Josh Allen spreading the love. We'll see if that continues here on this drive. And quick throw to Dawson Knox again. And Josh Allen is over 380 yards passing for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another quarter to play football.
I say we just skip the last quarter of the game. I'm sure the Jets are probably thinking that right now, or at least the defensive coordinator of the Jets.
Hey, if you remember last year to start the season, the Titans and the Steelers both quit in the 4th quarter.
They did. Honestly, they did. And the greatest thing about the Madden cast, everybody, is I said that when the Bills played the Titans, we were beating them so bad that I said this is probably the spot in real life where Malik Willis gets put in the game.
And he sure did.
And that's exactly what happened when the Bills played the Titans.
Exactly what happened. 3rd and 5. Right.
Yep, as Josh Allen's going to roll out. He gets the first down.
Great. 6-year man out of Wyoming. Josh Allen.
Man, it's just a cowboy out there, man.
Ken Dorsey has shown that he's grown some in this offseason, at least here in the first game. Definitely variety, mixing it up here. Very encouraging to see if he can continue this for the rest of the season. As the Bills come out in 9 formation, and James Cook takes it right up the middle for a gain of 6. And just really, really good football being played here by the Blue.
Yeah, I think that this has got to be your game plan, at least going forward here in this 4th quarter, is just keep trying to run the ball, shave the time off the clock. I mean, you're in complete control of this game.
Nyheim Hines. He tries to fight his way for a first down, can't pick it up, but he does get close. This is enough to make it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, right. 14 minutes left in the game. We're really going to see, how are the Bills going to take this? Are they going to just keep trying to pile it on, or are they going to just conservatively move down the field as a flag is now on the field?
Center Mitch Morris gets tagged with the penalty, and that'll bring 3rd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and now here you've got to throw it, right?
To give it to Hines, who picks up the first down anyway. That's got to be a backbreaker.
Let's see. So the Bills have over 500 yards of offense already on the day. That is absolutely insane. You know, we knew they're the number 2 scoring offense in the league last year. And we kind of knew coming into this game, Justice, that, you know, it's going to be hard to stop them. No matter how good of a defense you are, you're going to have to somehow contend with this team that on no matter what play, it'd be 3rd and 30, that they could still rip one off on you and score a touchdown.
Absolutely. You worry about a guy with Josh Allen's talent on his own. But then you throw in some of the pieces they have on this offense, and it just becomes unfair to a degree. And if you have anything close to a competent offensive coordinator, this is the most dangerous offense in the NFL. And James Cook is going crazy right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's 87 yards on 18 carries and a touchdown. Running the ball like a bell cow running back.
Yeah, and this is exactly what they want him to do, right? They want him to be able to step up. The Bills have wanted that guy, and, you know, whether they believed in someone or not, to be the dude that they can just give him the ball and say, hey, you know, take over this game, get us these first downs, let's run this clock down. And James Cook is right now doing it. But we also do have to say, too, Justice, is that in our simulations last year, Devin Singletary was the one who was doing all this stuff as well.
Yeah, Devin Singletary was amazing. It's 2nd and 7, and the Bills are letting the clock go down to the wire, and James Cook picks up 6. Not sure if the Jets defense is even interested anymore. They were doing pretty well against James Cook to start the game. He had to fight to get his yardage. Now it just seems like holes are opening up left and right.
Yeah, this is just a sign of a tired defense, man. Especially, I mean, just look at that. Look at how long it took them to bring him down. James Cook and now 102 yards of rushing. Just taking over this 4th quarter.
Over the century mark here for Dalvin Cook, the 2nd-year man out of Georgia. Little brother of future Hall of Famer Dalvin Cook. I think it's interesting. He is, you know, if you told me Dalvin Cook was a free agent and I didn't know James Cook was in the NFL, I would think that Dalvin Cook played for the Buffalo Bills right now, the way James Cook has been performing so far.
Yeah, and here's Josh Allen. Oh, wow. No.
Bad throw there by Josh. And that guy is really, really fast.
The swing.
No one's going to catch him. That's a touchdown for the Jets defense.
Okay, well.
Josh Allen throwing off balance and off his back foot across the field. Three recipes for disaster. And the scoreboard faces the price.
Wow, so we've got what? 2 interceptions, 1 is a pick 6, or were they 2 pick 6s?
Nope, 1 was a pick 6.
1 was a pick 6, a fumble, and 2 interceptions. That is insane.
You also have to wonder why your offensive coordinator is throwing the football when you're up by 28 points.
Especially when you just marched all the way down the field with James Cook. Why not just keep handing the ball to James Cook? You know, I feel like in real life, they would actually have the sense to just keep handing the ball off. But yeah. But okay, well now we've got a 21-point game here. 3 scores, Justus.
Yeah, I mean, listen, crazier things have happened. There's 10 minutes left in this game, and the Bills just left the door, cracked a little bit, for the Jets to put their foot in and try to make something happen with it. Josh Allen has got to have a short memory right now because he's got to forget about how horrible that interception he just threw was.
Oh, definitely. And I don't think it'll phase him very much. Being up at least still 3 scores gives you a little bit more of a comfortability in just being like, okay, I forced that one. Now let's just possibly run the same game plan and hand it off to James Cook 47 times.
Here we are, 2nd and 8 here after the rush by James Cook. And the Bills offense, I really don't know what you're expecting for the Bills. I really feel like they don't necessarily have to worry about points. Still a game of the first 2 carries.
Okay, it sounds like you came out of your it sounded like your microphone, you were being like smothered by a pillow or something.
Yeah, I have my hand over the mic. Sorry, guys. 3rd and 5, Josh Allen. He finds his man. That's a first down.
Dawson
that
Knox.
is TE1, Dawson Knox.
So
he certainly proved it.
We've upgraded since the beginning of the game from tight end 2 to tight end 1.
I thought that Dalton Kincaid would be the primary receiving target from the tight end position. Mm-hmm. Dawson Knox has proven that he can get open, he can have reliable hands, and he can make some plays.
I've seen Dalton Kincaid in a couple of formations in this game, but nothing really of note. He's really blocking, is what it seems like.
James Cook goes nowhere on that carry, and it looks like the interception got this defense revved up because they were just tired a second ago, and the Bills were doing whatever they wanted on the ground. Now they're stopping them a little bit, and the Bills come out in 5 wide.
Wow. Okay.
21 points with 8 minutes left in the game. Completed to Dawson Knox. Still a very, very awkward play call there.
Really is, because you're still in a situation where you're in control. Maybe your quarterback's already thrown 2 interceptions. Maybe trying to keep it in close and doing what's been working like that, where you hand it off to James Cook. Maybe that's the best. Maybe that's your best option.
Certainly looks like it, as James Cook is just doing whatever he wants right now. Big game, big run up the middle. And that's the first down for Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, he got absolutely hammered there. But James Cook, he seems to be a pretty strong dude. But getting blown up like that, it doesn't matter how strong you are. That's going to hurt. But he's looking in good spirits.
This Bills offense, just phenomenal today. Much like last season, outside of a couple turnovers, they were fantastic. But they've got to shore up those turnovers if they want to be a Super Bowl winning team. James Cook wants to be a Super Bowl winning running back with runs like that. Another great pickup and another first down.
He's trying to get a ring before his brother does.
And he looks like he's certainly, very possible.
I mean, his brothers had to play with Kirk Cousins for like the last 800 years. So
that's true.
Yeah.
And had Mike Cousins, it was what was his name? He was our quarterback for a little bit.
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. It's not Derek Anderson, is it?
No. I forgot his name though. Run there by Damian Harris, and he actually has had a pretty good game. He's got 5 carries for 25 yards. He's had almost 5 yards a carry.
Case Keenum is the
Case Keenum, thank
quarterback for. Yeah, no, that's very forgettable times there. Even though I'm pretty sure Case Keenum is the quarterback who had the miracle one, right? The throw to
Yep, to
Stephon
Stephon
Diggs.
Diggs. Second down there, gain of 1 on the play. Got to bring a 3rd and 3 here, and the Bills are just melting the clock away.
Yeah, let's see what we get here. Let's see what's going on. Another handoff to James Cook.
And he picks up the first down.
Look at that. 130 plus yards. I mean, James Cook has just absolutely been on a tear in this fourth quarter, which, this Bills team has kind of lacked, whether it be because of play calling or situations they've been in. It's just, handing it off to the running back and going, hey, let's seal this game up. And right now it looks like that's pretty much what they've been doing. Leaving the Jets almost no time.
1st and 10, the Bills at the Jets 30. James Cook running through holes again.
29 for 138. Absolutely having himself a day. And the Bills just continue to milk the clock, and they're going to keep doing it until, the Jets finally decide to step up and act like they want to win this game right here.
2nd and 5. They give us to Cook again, and they continue to spit in the face of Devin Singletary. And that's a pickup of 2 on the play.
I truly don't think, and here's not commentating and acting like I'm in this world. I don't even think that James Cook they're going to give this kind of utilization to. I think they're going to still continue to do their 50-50 back stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
They always do.
I agree. I could see that happening.
Even though I don't want them to.
No, I would rather them just give the ball to James Cook and then use the other guy when he's tired. But another catch there for Gabriel Davis. The Bills still throwing the ball. They pick up the first down, and they are now at the New Jersey 10-yard line. I'm pretty sure it's 1st and 10. They can still pick up a first down here without scoring a touchdown.
Well, and I mean, at this point, if you're the New York Jets, I mean, you're just trying to keep them out of the end zone for pride.
James Cook, they don't have enough pride because he walks into the end zone again, just padding those stats. He has had himself a day. Very well could be the offensive player of the week.
Oh, yeah. What is it now? So he's already got 2 touchdowns on the day. And then he already had over 138. So there you go, James Cook. Have yourself a day, man.
Tyler Bass comes on for the extra point. What'd you expect? He's Bass-O-Matic. And Robert Saleh is on the sideline looking very lost.
I don't think there will be Jets fans jumping and dancing down this much on Monday Night Football, but at least they're having fun.
Man, you have to imagine. First game of the season, Monday Night Football, in your stadium. You're buying tickets to see your new quarterback. You think you're finally going to surpass the Buffalo Bills and take that throne as the AFC East champions. And then you allow a 50-piece.
Yeah, that 50 burger, that's demoralizing because you came in being like, oh, we have one of the best defenses in the league, and then yet you still, even though you do have one of the best defenses in the league, it doesn't matter when you go up against teams like the Bills or the Chiefs or hell, even the Bengals once they start putting it on. So
Rodgers. He's going
Ooh.
deep. Oh, that was a very dangerous throw and still was almost caught. Jake, do you like nugs? You like nuggets?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if the Jets like nuggets, but Josh Allen has shoved 52 of them right down their throat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, another
So
dangerous throw. Nicole
that one
Hartman
pans
has been
out
the
for
best
him.
player in green today. Easily.
You know, I think 24 nuggets is still quite a lot of nuggets too to put on another team,
Yeah,
but
not as many as 52 though.
yeah.
Okay, you could feasibly sit down and eat 24 nuggets.
Probably 52 though.
I'm
That's
not. Yeah, no, that's a lot. Then to get force fed them at that, this is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That would be. Could you imagine like 52 like Burger King
Oh
nuggets?
God.
Oh man.
Well, everyone on the Jets will be able to eat tonight. I don't even know if they have that many people on their roster. They'll all get a nug. Aaron Rodgers got his man on the sideline. That is a great catch and the first down. Didn't get out of bounds, and the clock will keep moving. Not that it really matters, but great throw, pitch and catch there for Aaron Rodgers and his wide receiver as they go no huddle here. Aaron Rodgers is back in the shotgun. He's facing some pressure. He dumps it down to his man Brees Hall, who goes nowhere.
Just to finish this nugget talk, 52. If they score, actually, there's no feasible way for the Bills to give at least every man on the 53-man roster one nugget. So that's tough. I don't know who's the player you don't give a nugget to. Zach
A player I
Wilson.
don't give a nugget to. I don't give a nugget to McCall Hartman. He's had a really good game.
I'm not giving one to Zach Wilson because he didn't play.
Fair enough.
Everybody else could have maybe had at least one snap. Zach Wilson hasn't had one.
I don't think I don't think old women like nuggets anyway. So he's good.
I guess not. You have to think too. Maybe in this point in real life, being down this many scores, do they put Zach Wilson?
Yeah, they actually might have put Zach Wilson in the game.
Zach Wilson's probably in this game.
Interesting timeout as the Jets clearly want to score here.
And they do.
They actually will. They actually do score here. Alan Lazard from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has his first touchdown throw of the season to his former teammate Alan Lazard. A nice little compensation prize there to end the game. I guess that helps you swallow those 52 nuggets a little better.
Yeah, I guess so. It makes it a little worse. And he gets a little bit of that toe drag swag there, but we only have
shout out Nate Burleson.
Yeah, only got 21 seconds left though, and this game is all but over.
And so the Bills have pretty much kept a consistent 21-point lead throughout this game. After scoring points, shooting themselves in the foot, and giving away points to the Jets. It's been 21 almost pretty much straight through here. Up by 3 touchdowns, and the Jets they should have passed the sticks a long time ago, but that time is just about coming now here on our 2023 Buffalo Bills simulation cast.
I mean, what a game to start out with, like again, even in real life too, Monday Night Football is your first game, right? That's crazy. One, just because how many years? Yeah, it feels like just a couple of years ago the Bills would start the season against the Jets, and that was always going to be a Sunday at 1.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Mm-hmm.
So now that's Monday Night Football. That just goes to show you how far the AFC East has really progressed.
It absolutely has. And that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen takes a knee, and the Buffalo Bills will win this thing 52-31 The New Jersey Jets come out and they are going to lose their first game of the season, and they'll fall to the bottom of the division at 0-1, and the Bills will ride for the top at 1-0.
Yep.
Great performance here by everybody. Josh Allen, his wide receivers, his running back. The offense was totally dominant today, Jake.
It was, and for everybody who's watching, thank you for supporting the Buffalo fan base, and of course we will be back next week as the Buffalo Bills take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Good night, everybody.